Hello everyone. So in this video, we will create a simple CRUD operation for the fast API using the Github Copilot, and also we'll use the Pycharm. We already have the data previously in a previous section we have already created, and that is MySQL. It has 5 rows, right? So John, Jen, Michael, Emily, and we have ID 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and all there. So now let's try to create a CRUD operation using the Python fast API. So first of all, we need some APIs. So I'll just go with terminal, right? And I'll just install the this API. This in Alchemy, SQL Alchemy, Pydantic, Fast API, UVCon, MySQL connector. That is not a C1. So MySQL connector, Python, and PyMySQL. So let's see. Okay, so our libraries are installed. So what I will do is I'll just simply first of all create a DB, that is a DB config dot py, where we will set the MySQL related information. So first of all, we will uh, from SQL Alchemy, and we'll import create engine. We need a create engine, and then we need a declarative base. We need and import session maker. And now let us have specify the details. Yes, exactly. Specify the details for the correction. So we will create some properties for MySQL connection, like username, password, username and root password is a root 123, and IP address that the local, not a local host, but I have just created uh, the VM where exactly this is already there. Okay, this VM I am just trying to correct. So its IP address is this, right? So let us say first of all username and root, and then password root 123, then server, and the server will provide this one, right? And then port 3006, and the database name is userdb. Okay, and now we have a database URL. Everything will be generated by the GitHub Copilot, so we don't need to worry about much. Wherever GitHub Copilot is not answer, only those places we have to generate. And even day by day, the more and more models are getting trained, and more accuracy is coming. All right. So now let's create an SQL Alchemy engine, right? And then ORM session, and then we need a base. Uh, yeah, base equal declarative base. Okay. So our database configuration part is over. So now let's go to the file and we'll create a user, or I would say models.py, and where we will create our user model over there. Okay, all right. So again, from SQL Alchemy, yeah, so we require this column, and from dbconfig we import the base, and then we'll create a user base, and we have everything right within a second. So how fast we can now we can realize that if GitHub Copilot is not there, or any AI assistant is not there, then we'll have to type everything. We'll have to worry about the syntax, semantics, and all. So that we should not be worried about now. Alright, so now let's go to the main class. Okay, and now I will import a fast API. So first of all, we need to import fast API. Okay, and then import models, and then uh, from db config import session local and engine, and from models we need an import user, and then we need from Pydantic import base model. Okay, so now app fast API, and then we have we have to create all that is using the model.base.metadata, and we have to pass the engine, and then okay, let's create a pydantic model first of all, and it is there. Okay, all right. So we have simple user request. So pydantic model will be used when we are trying to insert the data. Okay, so now let's create a get method for get all the user. So all right, so I guess we are done. Now what I will do is it's just uvcon command. Even you don't need to remember this command. You can even just make a slash and start, and then rest of the time auto completion will be done by GitHub Copilot. So looks pretty okay. So let's try to run. Okay, uvcon. Oh, we need to install uvcon. Okay, let's try to run again. Not recognize. Oh, I'm sorry. This is uvcon. Alright, so its application is running. So what I will do is I'll just simply try a localhost 8000 and simply say alright. Okay, so there is no endpoint, so I'll just go for users. Yes, so we have 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. This is the same where exactly in the database. Oh, within a few 5 minutes we'll set up these things. So now let us now go with the another one, that is a post method, right? Or get method, sorry, get method to get the user by ID. So now, right? So again, with the tab and enter, everything we got it. It's again simple. We are passing the user ID as a parameter, and then we have an in parameter, then session local, and then we are just db query the user, and we are using the filter. All right, so the filter will check whether this UID and user ID matches, then only that record will be assigned, on if there are multiple, then it will get the first one. Okay, and then we are printing the user in db close and user. All right, so now again let's try to go and say second. Okay, we got, oh, we do not have second element, right? We have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I'll just go with 7 1. Okay, so now the seventh employee is there. All right, and now we can go to the docs, that is the swagger one, and we have two default API is already mentioned, that is the user and user/user ID. All right, so now let's go with post method. So I just go with a post method to create a user, right? So here we have to pass this pydantic model, right? Let's first of all, so we have to pass this pydantic model, and then we are using the session local, and here we are here declaring this user as a pydantic model, and then we get the whole user. We assign the first name, last name, and all the parameters from the pydantic, and then we will store into our database. All right, so let's again go to the request, and let's see, refresh. So now we have post method as well. So now we need to click on this tryout, and here we need a JSON. Okay, all right. So what we'll do is we'll just go to the GitHub Copilot and ask in the chat. As chat is currently not available in the IntelliJ, so I'll just ask with the um, VS Code. Okay, so what I will do is so we have all the names, but we have to ask for the new name. So create a JSON for my post method with below table excluding, because we don't need ID, right? ID and with first name, because otherwise it will give a common name like John and it will be duplicate. So first name I just simply say any name Sabrina, okay, or let's see, okay, but last name is not there, so please give all name, or we do not have Mary, right? Or let's try now. It's a name Mary. It should be good because we want all the fields. Oh, we are not giving all the fields. Okay. Or okay. This is first time I already give it. That's for the reason it might not. So I'm expecting. This is a prompt engineering. Let's see whether it gives. No, it is not giving. Let's again try. So there is something wrong in my prompt engine, not wrong with the GitHub Copilot. With all fields to be popped field. Okay, now it is given. So this is not a GitHub Copilot prompt. This is my problem. This is actually the prompt engineer. You have to give some specific information, then GitHub Copilot can understand. So when I say that I want all the fields, and this is what beauty of that. Okay, so I'll just copy and I'll go to the browser and I'll paste over here. All right, and I'll try to execute. So it is 200 response. Okay, and now let's check. Okay, now let's use the get users. Execute, and we have Mary. All right, it is on the 12th record. No, we have now total 12 record. All right, so now our post method has completed. Now I'll just go for a delete method. Delete method. I'm expecting some result. Yeah. All right. Uh, to delete. Okay. And let's refresh the docs. And here also I will just say 8,000, not docs but users. And we have now 12th number is Mary. And what I will do is I'll just delete, and it ID is 12. And what we require as a parameter, we have user, and we need to pass user ID, and then it will delete it. So let's go to the fast API and click on try it out. I'll just give the 12 number and execute it. Okay, or let's delete another record so that it should be execute. Okay, so response body is null because we are not returning anything. But now let's try to see whether 11 number is there. 11 number is has been deleted. Oh, very simple again. Now we need to put a put method, that is an update. Update the method to update the user. Right. So what we do here is just we are passing our user ID in the rest of the field, because update on what basis? You need to pass the user ID. You need to tell the application that we want to update this ID. Yeah, and then rest of the fields that you can put in the JSON. So what I will do is I have a Mary, right? Mary record is there. So I'll just go and copy the record of Mary, and I simply say I'll go to the Swagger docs, and then I'll just click on this put, and the record number, that is ID number of Mary is 12. So click on try it. and say 12, and then I just put a Mary record. So Mary, simple Mary Junior or Mary 2, or simply say last John 2. Alright, and here also I'll just say Mary 2, do 2, and secret password 2 is 32. Alright, role is okay, fine, and let's try to update, and we got a 200 response. So now let's try to refresh. Right, so we have, yeah, so now we can see the record of Mary has been updated to a Mary 2, password 2, and age also has been updated. So that's a pretty simple CRUD operation using the um, Pycharm and GitHub Copilot. So we can see that within 15 or 16 minutes max, we have completed the whole CRUD operation just because of GitHub Copilot has helped us in everywhere. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.